let's see, it looks like you got Teddy Bridgewater listed as the quarterback. Where do you think he might go to that would be a good fit? Would he be good for any of our teams?
There's a lot of talk around here about a lot of Lions fans want Teddy Bridgewater, but there is also some sort of psychotic breakdown level obsession with getting a quality backup that I don't get.
So outside of Hendon Hooker, who do you have on the roster? Because he's not probably going to play this year.
Right. Nobody, basically.
I think Bridgewater would be a good fit in New York, in Detroit because he is kind of have a similar style of offense as Golf, where he tends to work the short and mid range of the area and move the chains more than push the ball down the field type. And I think that he could kind of keep if he was an injury filling for Golf, he wouldn't be bad, especially if you guys are trying to make the playoffs and win the division. If Golf goes down for a couple games.
The veteran backup is Nate Sudfeld.
Ooh,
And
no, no, no! You want Teddy Bridgewater? Sorry, go on.
and yeah, and that's basically why a couple of Detroit radio hosts and a chunk of the fan base are freaking out, like on the floor in the fetal position level, freaking out over, oh my God, what happens to Jared Goff? And I'm just like, look, if you're willing to pay the $10 million a year that it would take to get a Teddy Bridgewater, all right, but that's two starters or three starters you're not going to have. If you're going to do it that way, that's fine. Now you have peace of mind. But other than that, you don't want to see your backup go into the game. You're not thrilled with that. So the advantage to Nate Sudfeld, he's cheap.
Yeah, that's true. You can just pad out the roster with maybe one of these other guys if you need it. Like, there's a lot of defensive ends. Do you have any talks on Dalton Risner before I move to the defensive end class? Because I kind of want to cover this as a whole. I think this is very interesting, to be
Yeah,
honest.
there's a lot of quality defensive ends available. Dalton Risner, for those of you who missed it, because the Denver team last year was a pile of radioactive waste,
Well
they
said.
got
Let's ride.
to Dalton Risner is a 28-year-old who got his way out of Denver by pushing the backup quarterback on the sideline in a fight, at the in the middle of a game last year on Christmas.
Oh,
So
Merry
that was
Christmas.
so they basically said, you know what, Reisner, thanks, have a nice life.
He sounds like a good Raider.
Well, I mean, he's probably the best veteran interior lineman available. You have to see if he needs to be on meds or something, but
I have a fit for him. I think the Vikings need to upgrade their line, especially their interior. And if things go south, maybe he can assault Kirk Cousins on the sideline during one of the games and really help them tank the second half of the season by injuring Cousins, and then
oh
they can
god,
move on to a rookie
it's so
contract.
bad. No, so
Sorry,
bad.
sorry, just marrying. I know it seems like a lot of
Okay.
people in
Look,
Minnesota
I don't
want
want to I
Cousins
don't want
out.
to define the guy by one incident where he lost his cool, because let's face it, if I had to play in Denver last year, I'd be ticked off too.
That's fair. It shows he's still passionate. He still wanted to win. Sign him up for a championship team. Let's go.
Well, before we say he's ready to eat kneecaps, I do want to let's
Sounds like a
we'll
Campbell
leave
guy.
him. This is Joe Smith from the Midwest Football Podcast. Please remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It all helps us grow our show. Look for our full show too, anywhere you find podcasts. Links below.